in half an hour. Michael Scanlon is there, and Michael, the result, as we've seen, was absolutely devastating.
The surge was so powerful, cars were tossed around like paper boats. A woman and child were killed. The damage is staggering. Australia's second largest inland city, smashed by the nation's most dramatic flash flood.
What hit Toowoomba could perhaps best be described as an inland instant tsunami.
The Garden City, always proud of its appearance, looked like a disaster zone. Streets littered with wreckage, local roadways destroyed.
The event that started in Toowoomba can only be described as a complete freak of nature.
This morning, locals stood stunned as the full aftermath became visible. The deluge began after 1 p.m. Officially 80 millimetres in half an hour, but unofficially reports of 150 millimetres fell at the top of the range. But with the ground already liquid, it had the impact of 300 millimetres of rain, every drop running off with savage ferocity. Cars were swept away with frightening speed. Even heavy water tanks swept away. People had no chance. A general warning for flash flooding was in place for across the southeast. It had been for days. But no specific warning for the ferocious cell which hit Toowoomba.
The volume of water caught, I think, most people by surprise.
Perhaps I shouldn't say it could not be forecast, but every now and again one will produce an extreme event of this nature.
The water here dropped quickly, only to reveal an incredible amount of damage. Many businesses have lost everything. The total clean-up cost right now is unimaginable. Victoria Townsend has owned Big Dad's Pies for just 5 weeks.
We watched it rising. I rang Triple O, and by the time I'd hung up, we had to go. We had to get out. This is the height, straight along there.
She's lost everything in her shop, and she almost lost her young family.
I was in here with my 2 girls. Yesterday afternoon I had one standing on a table, and my oldest girl swam out. I swam with her and I threw our little girl.
The surge didn't discriminate. This is Dave Granfield's parents' shop. They can't salvage anything.
Everyone's alive, so that's a good thing. It's yeah, it is pretty shocking though. So nothing's left basically.
Along with the clean-up, the repair to local roads and infrastructure is already underway. Many are pitching in as Toowoomba struggles through its darkest hour.
Yeah, we've just come down to give the guys a hand down here because it's just been such chaos down here, and I think everyone needs as much help as they can get.
It's rained for most of the day in Toowoomba. The possibility of the water rising again is something locals are now fearful of. Yesterday, they endured what was once considered an impossible weather event. They hope they never go through it again. And emergency crews have been able to get in and search every one of those cars today. Luckily, no more bodies were found. Kay.
What a relief.